All right. We are looking at Yao Chan's dream.
Which one should I share?
This one's fun.
Okay. So this is,
What would you like to call the title of this dream?
I want to share last night that dream first. How about that one? Dream 1 I just wrote down. October 6, 2025. Which
That's
was
today.
Yeah, last night. Should I start?
Okay.
I was traveling with my parents. Yes, my dad was in my dream. In reality, he passed away in 2023, September 24th.
2 years ago.
Yes. Before we left a countryside restaurant, this was in a dream, I saw an English couple. The man was quite old, but dressed in a clean and tidy way. The cross he wore caught my attention immediately, because I was wearing a cross at the moment. I felt sadness between the couples. I felt something had happened at the moment, because he was folding and ironing a black shirt with a bow tie on it. So I could sense he just lost his son in the dream. He was mourning his son with his wife. They were weeping in sadness. God just sent a strong feeling into my heart to go up there and encourage that couple. So I went there, but I had nothing to say because I didn't know what to say. And then I just sat down opposite him, said, the words just came out of my mouth in a dream. I know what you have been through. I lost my dad many years ago also. But look, here he is. I pointed at my dad in the dream. Look, here he is. So hold on a little while. Jesus is coming soon to help you save your loss. After I said that, I saw the light and hope coming out of his eyes, so as his wife. In the end, I said, Emmanuel. I also said that when I said in English in the dream, the words just came into my heart. Chinese, Emmanuel, 以马内利. This seems to be an important word from God that reaching out to both of our hearts at the moment. The gentleman was full of joy after hearing that. He put his hands together with me, and we said Emmanuel together to each other. So that's the first dream I want to share.
Well, first of all, let me ask, what does Emmanuel mean?
God is with us. God is within us.
Were these people Chinese that had lost their son?
No, I mentioned they were English couple.
Oh.
I saw the cross he was wearing in the dream. And he had white hair, wearing probably a hat. I can't remember clearly. But he was really sad, probably wiping their tears. I just had that urge to go up there and do something. There's another detail. My mom in the dream said, hold on a moment, we were leaving. Why would you want to do this? I said, this is what a good Christian disciple is supposed to do. And then that's how I answered. And I just did whatever I wrote down in my diary.
So they had to wait for you.
Yes, they waited for me. And my dad surprisingly appeared in my dream. And I said, look, here he is. So all of a sudden, when I said that, the gentleman, his wife, and I, three of us, we all of a sudden understood what that meant. Resurrection had happened. In my dream, it had happened. Because otherwise, why would my dad be there? So I was with him, with my mom. So we were happy hanging out. Just went to a meal, feels like. Can't remember the detail. But after the meal, we were about to leave that restaurant.
Is this the first time that you've had a dream that involved your dad after being resurrected?
Maybe this is the one I remember clearly and I wrote it down. But I think my mom also had another dream. God sent to her about my dad was resurrected. So my dad went into her dream and just shared with her because they started talking, and my mom told me that was last year, I think, or the beginning of this year she had that dream, and she was worried and concerned about the money inheritance within the family because something not good happened among family members. The portion that belonged to my dad, which hasn't come back to my mom. And in the dream, my mom was still concerned, troubled, because she was about to say a bunch of things to my dad. But my dad waved at his hand, shook his head, he said something like to her, "None of your worries should be worries," something like that. And my mom said, my dad also said, "I will take care of everything. I have taken care of everything. You don't need to worry about them anymore." And my mom said, "How could you take care of everything? You have passed away many years ago." And my dad shook his head. He said something like that, "I did, but I'm not anymore." Something like that. And he said, "Cook something yummy for me quickly. I'm hungry." And I was laughing, giggling beside them. My mom said I was saying something like funny, like, "Look at this situation now. Once he came back, you would have a bunch of house chores to do. You will have to be busy again." Something like that. So that's, and my dad also added something else. He could only stay with us for a certain amount of time. After that, he would have to go to that cloud. No, it's not clear, that part. So I believe that's a resurrection. If it was not, then what was that?
Is your mom a Christian?
My mom is not, unfortunately, and we have been sharing God's words and videos with from another preacher to. Sadly, yeah, she hasn't been, her heart hasn't been awakened.